Now, we begin.
Hey, what's up YouTube? It's DirtyMobs back, and today we're starting the first episode of a new series called Climbing with Yorick. Some of y'all will remember my Climbing with series where I take a fresh account and I walk y'all through every game on how I would go about climbing with that account on that champion. And this playthrough's gonna be Yorick. I dig this champion so much. It's so much fun. He's such a unique breath of fresh air in League of Legends. So we're gonna take in a new account. We're gonna play 100 games on it. I wasn't sure how many games to play, but you know, what's like the average player of ranked games a year? Not anyone who's hardcore, but like I was back in the day, playing 12 hours a day. But I think 100 games is fair. It's at a good round number, right? So we're gonna play every game, and some ground rules are: we will be solo queuing every game. All right, no duo queues. If I wanted max win rate, I would duo queue with another challenger player, and we would just stomp top side of the map every game, and it would be just not very fun. Honestly, it's not. So it's gonna be solo queue every game. I'm gonna minimize my dodges. I'm gonna try not to dodge too much. Obviously, if someone's hostage taking or something, intentionally, gonna run it down, I would dodge that. But even good matchups, bad matchups, I'm gonna try to play every matchup to give y'all a good array of games, of matchups to see on Yorick. And I'm going to show you every game. So hopefully, and I hope I don't int too many. Because, when I'm recording games on like Allow and I can kind of pick or choose, well, if a game's going poorly, I just kind of shut up and just play the game out. And then I'll go new and try to play a new game with good commentary. Can't do that with these playthroughs. These playthroughs are stressful in that sense. I don't get any bailouts. So, let's hop into the first game. Be sure to like and subscribe. And let's get into it. I am excited. I've been waiting so long. I love Yorick. This is an amazing champion. If you don't play Yorick, I highly suggest it. And a reminder, this is, we're in game 1, right? So, and this is a fresh account. We don't know what rating we're in. And I'm not really going to put the rank until we're probably the first 10 games, which are the provisional games. It's going to be so volatile that I don't think it's that useful. But we ever Sett in Kindred, so Sett could have been more aggressive here early on and like walked minions and just been really a hassle. I love Yorick. I just want to hype that up. Yorick is really fun if you want to do your own thing, kind of have a good comfy time. That worked because I kited out between every auto. Just, a good thing to do. Basically, when my auto attack thing was going, my attack cooldown. Can I get this? They don't have W because they're not getting the shield. Ooh, okay, that is really good. I'm a big fan of WMAX first, and why is that? Because the lower cooldown, the increased attacks on it, the utility of it, especially with champs that don't really have the champs that don't have mobility or like dashes. Not dashes is a better word. Champs that don't have dashes. It's just so good. That's sit there and auto attack it. Meanwhile, they have so much going on. They have like little ghouls hitting them. It's really annoying. Yeah, why do I like Yorick so much? Yorick is great if you just want to farm on your own, do your own thing on the map, and he has such creative ways to manipulate macro games, right? We'll touch on it at some point through this Climbing with Climbing with Yorick series, where there'll be so many times where, Dragon or Baron coming up in a minute, and it's pretty clear everyone's going to fight for it, and people are probably already fighting for position on the objective. That's a really good time to send your maiden down the side lane, especially if the tier 1 turrets are down, and just farm the whole wave while you go and help your team. And what can happen is sometimes you'll have your teleport, you'll win the fight or something, you can teleport to maiden and like get a tier 2 turret, get like an IB, right? Something like that. So it's a really, really, really interesting way to create macro plays that you just no other champ can do. You can farm multiple ways at once if you utilize your ghouls correctly. Yorick has really Yorick's main hard counter is Aurelia, so that's what I'll be banning. By the way, if you're curious about that, I will be banning Aurelia throughout this playthrough, and I suggest you do that too if you're going to be playing Yorick, because it's just really not even fair, honestly. It is winnable. I won a game the other day for Sett and Aurelia. I didn't win lane, but I won game. Actually, I did okay in lane. You can still win it, but it's just so unbelievably one-sided.
I shall perform your
now, one of the these climbing with series, I haven't done them in a while. One of the exciting things and kind of like terrifying things for me personally is that you know, every game matters. I don't really get the chance to like skip a game. You know, if I'm recording like the live videos, I'm having a rough game, the commentary's not good, I'm not doing well, I can kind of just, you know, like play it out, like be like, okay, that's not a video, go next. Can't really do that on these, you know? Y'all, if I'm gonna make every game a video, well, every game's gonna be a video. Let's see. Mid's missing, which is kind of weird. I do have flash. Okay, we see them on the map. Now, one thing, it's really hard to like push under turret champ. You push easily, but it's hard to punish champs under turret. I'm curious to see where their jungler is.
Death is not to be
right here. I don't have to worry about Katarina though. They're in our jungle right now. They use the plant. And they go on mid. Okay, it's clearly warded. Somewhere it's warded. And this is okay. In the meantime, like, top's pushing back in because I pushed it all the way in. So I'm getting to do a lot of like macro, like running around the map, kind of look around, see what's going on.
The ruins of these islands.
The mist takes all.
Go. Take what
It's fair.
fate worse.
Second. Now we can go back to top, right? So we knew Kindred was on our jungle because we saw in the minimap. If you go back and watch, we saw in the minimap the plant being used, the Farsight plant. And that is how you know jungler was near us.
To destroy the curse.
Okay, I'm not really a big fan of this, actually. Hey, Maiden, come back. If you ever want your Maiden to come back, after you eat someone, you can just auto-attack a minion, and she will begin to turn. Sometimes she's a little bit late on it, but she will, you know, come back to you.
I must dig.
Now, we expect Kindred to go bot side off of that kill. If she's bot side. I do have teleport. I would love to see Sett, like, teleport away or something. I doubt their teleport's up yet, but I'd love to see them teleport to Drake or something. If you can get your enemy top laner to teleport somewhere and your team doesn't die to it, you just take everything. So much. I'm down to get 2 plates and then teleport here.
Your remains will serve a purpose.
I guess I'll just take their stuff. I already see Mike come over here.
To most, life is
What are you gonna do, buddy? Let me make sure I use my Q here.
It is quagmire.
Okay, that's it. Oh, you want to end? Nice. Alright, let's reset. We have a lot of gold. Let's get back to base. This is going to crash. I think it's worth stealing the blue buff, but it's hard to say no to that. I mean, geez Louise. A really good buy, like, if I were already let's be honest, if I were 2 kills up, you know, if this were a little bit closer of a matchup, versus these two, typically on Yorick, you'd want to go more defensive build. Something like Bramble Tabby. Bramble Tabby, really effective. I mean, auto attack based champions, both AD, reducing the heal. They don't really have too much healing, but it's still nice. You know, his passive is like pretty substantial amounts of healing. And it's just like it's so efficient. I talk about this a lot. You know, if it's an Evelyn or Nectin, well then it's really hard to itemize for that. It's 80 and AP damage. It's high burst. Really annoying. But if they're both 80 auto attack base damage, well then it's pretty simple, right? You build some tabbies, maybe get a bramble vest, and now you've effectively nullified a lot of their 1v2 damage. Get one plate and back. Please don't kill Maiden. Please leave Maiden alone. No! Ooh! No, Katarina's bot. Nice.
Flesh reborn. The dead
An
shall
ally has been slain.
I hope.
Bye-bye.
Won't you join them?
Do you think I win this?
An
He's gonna
ally
try to
has
steal
been
this.
slain.
Right?
The dead not forgotten. This
I get her? Never. Lucky. Oh. Was she like recalling in there? Ah, not lucky. Okay.
so many souls,
Exciting.
so many
Exhilarating.
bodies.
That's alright. You expect the first scene of games in these playthroughs to go pretty easily. I mean, that'd be the hope. Now, the game will start getting harder, and I mentioned in my little intro. At least I think I'm going to do an intro. I haven't recorded it yet.
It claims you.
Now, the idea is... I'm still at Kindred Mark, so I want to be careful here. Not to end. So I'm worth a lot of gold. My Kindred's bot side.
Is a servant.
Reminder, I am solo queuing all these games, and I'm not going to do a queue at all. So that means I'm not going for highest win rate. If I want to go for highest win rate, well then I would do a queue with some other challenger player. We'd play top jungle, and we just, you know, basically stomp top side of the map constantly and just have like a 90% win rate. Right? When I solo queued my last time I did a fresh account, I hit Masters with a 75% win rate, which is pretty good, I think, on Alawe, at least. If I were to play something more meta, it'd be significantly higher. If I were to do it again.
Has been slain.
Yeah, so one of the things that could happen is we get into Smurf queue, where we are versus duo queued players. That could actually make this climb very, very difficult. So we'll see what happens. All you can do, and this is something that a lot of people don't understand, all you can do is just play League and try to win every game. That's literally, people are like, man, like, I feel like I'm in losers queue, what can I do? It's like, I mean, you just need to win every game. Like, there's like no secrets to it.
An enemy
Okay, why are
has
you
been
running at me
slain.
here? What are you doing?
Take shape.
Injured up here? It's so weird. It's just a weird thing to do. I don't like it. I'm out of here. Nope, not happening. I'm gonna go take my jungle.
See the maiden.
That was a really weird thing to do. Like, either you're inting or someone's here. Those are the two things that can happen.
This journey is long.
Like the lane now that it's crashing. We'll miss a couple minions, but... Okay. I should probably be more selfish on this champ than I am. It's really important that you auto queue, right? So every time you queue should be an auto attack reset. Also, one thing I'm trying to like drill into my own brain is that every E should hit on this champion. This champion, there's no reason to miss E. You don't allow it if they stand behind minions all the time. It's a really pain in the butt. They can react to it really effectively if they're ranged champions, especially. If you're playing Yorick, there's really no reason. Every E should be a land if you're playing it like perfectly, right?
Destroyed a turret.
And now's the fun part. Once you open up one of the turrets in top lane, you make the lane really long. That's where Yorick gets to be like a lot of fun. That's when you can start taking, you can like push in all the way, you can start taking the enemy jungler camps, you can take your camps, you can take Rift Herald. And this is really where it's about like how can you optimize your farm.
Killing
I'll leave those, I'm gonna go take Rift.
Double kill.
What hell is worse than this?
I don't know why I bottled, I don't have time for tonic. I'm too used to allow it, I think. Or I do run it. Again, auto, Q. Auto. Auto tune. Auto. Auto. Auto tune. Easy rift. We hardly miss anything. We do have a massive amount of gold. Probably get another kill here. Okay, I'm just bad. I'm just a bad player. Okay. At this point, you just kind of, I mean, you know, it is what it is. There's not really too much to do. Like, you can't, like, Sett can't really counterplay you at this point. This isn't like a snowball matchup. One person who gets ahead.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So we have these things are up. Let me just go ahead and take the tier 2 though. Tier 2s are worth a lot of gold. Might even be able to threaten the inhib turret.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I don't think we bother actually. I think we just take the minions here and get out. Hey, how do I just talked about how you don't want to miss E's on this champ. If you do, you're just bad. And now I've missed 2 E's since I think I hit all my E's up until that point, and then I cursed myself. It's not good. Taking NF here is usually not good if you're playing in like Hyula. But yeah, at this point in the game, it's pretty much just gonna end the game real quick. Oh, I should have not done my because I'm hitting the minions, the maiden should come back to me, yeah. And I don't really want maiden to go in an int. Before we reset, I do want to go ahead and farm this to get this resetting and maybe farm chickens as well.
Name, for one day I will not.
Again, I'm really excited for this. We will be doing other champs as well. Yorick is definitely my second most experienced champ I have. So I'm really excited for this playthrough. But once this playthrough gets, you know, 30 or 40 games in, or 50, maybe halfway through it, like 50 games in, I'll send maiden down top lane to farm it real quick while we go farm. I'll probably pick up like Mordekaiser next or something. You know, we'll start like layering them. I could probably group an end, but I'm kind of greedy. I like to try to like get the most farm I can, and just kind of practice on like. You're supposed to hit the wall on the scuttle there. I missed. I can't even hit that. I'm just not good.
I shall perform your rites. We are dead.
Farm one more thing, and then we'll reset finally. Pretty straightforward game one.
The bells toll, and
I have done. I forget which one of my playthroughs I did, climbing with, you know, Lowy or whatever. I did lose game one, I think, on one of them, which was not good. Look at the death dance next. Oh, we get to see a lot of different builds. There are several builds you can do on this champion. You can do Divine Sunder, you can do Trinity Force, those are really the 2 mythics. You can also go Eclipse, so you can get like a Lethality build, but I wouldn't I don't know. Every time I've done it, it's just, it feels okay. It's not great. You'll see me go like Grudge, you'll see me go more heal and tanks builds, you'll see me go higher damage out the builds. Grudge is great for the slow utility. There's a lot of versatility in the builds. I may go Conquer at times. Definitely my preferred rune page is just Grasp. It's pretty versatile. You get a lot of really good stuff that Yorick wants. You Demolish, great. It's really so hard to go wrong with Grasp on Yorick. Hey, leave me alone. Hey. Try to hit the wall if she goes on that, but you know, it looks really cool. Knocks her out that she doesn't. Oh. And because we're just showing every game, I'm not gonna like try to like hide the stats thing. So we'll just see what we're at. We did a good job that game. Everyone did a good job. Who did the best job? I'll give it to Zed. Zed did do a good job. Stop. I don't care. Stop. Bronze 1. Very pod. Okay, top damage. Y'all, we'll show the damage graph for every game, you know. Yeah. Cool. GG well played. That's number 1. Like and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time.